Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to your Friday KVJ After the Show Podcast. Yeah.
Even flow.
Well, thankfully, you got some stuff going off this weekend. I just don't know the way they're canceling stuff. Are we going to start seeing like every weekends get wrecked?
Would it get to the point where they would stop work and we couldn't come? Would that ever happen? I mean, if you're canceling an event where people are gathering, what's the difference between an event or your work?
I don't know. Doesn't it seem like this is more hype than what we had with the other bird flus and pig flus and all that?
Yes. This definitely seems way more intense than anything else that we had been touched by.
I don't know. Bird flu had its own theme song, and that when there was some kind of bird flu expert Oprah was interviewing, it was big doings, baby.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody is talking about this. I mean, this is definitely bigger than bird
I don't remember
flu.
the quarantines going on. I don't remember canceling big events. I mean, a big music festival like Ultra, that's a big festival. Canceling Calle, which Miami just did. I mean, those are big things. I mean, those are tens of thousands of people that turn out for those things. That's just kind of what I'm wondering. I mean, we got the Rib Roundup this weekend. That's all good. Country people are too tough to get coronavirus.
We ain't getting the corones.
Fuck the corones.
We're fucking rednecks.
Yeah. You know, Copenhagen's a cure for coronavirus.
Fuck
There's no way you can have coronavirus when you got to dip in.
America.
Yeah. Hey, ain't no pussy.
That's right.
That's just what they would say.
Corona, man.
And they don't care about being PC.
They do not.
They don't care about that. You'd be like,
are
you really
right.
shouldn't say that.
Fuck you, pussy.
Yeah.
And then they fight.
And then they end up making up.
They will actually kick the coronavirus's ass.
They would. Yeah.
Yeah, my money's on country people versus the corona.
I can promise you people in my hometown are not freaking out about coronavirus.
Yeah, but my money's on the Cox brothers, not the corona.
Yeah. Taking out the Cox brothers with the coronavirus. You can't take out zombie Don Conley.
No.
There's no way. Got some emails here. Cece said, love your show. I don't live under a rock, and I've been hearing about all the things coronavirus. I got that the media likes to hype things up, and there is still a low chance of the average American catching the virus. But I am a nurse, and I will tell you that I am a bit freaked out. We're not testing everyone who comes into the hospital with complaints of cough, SOB, or fever. What's SOB?
Son of a bitch.
Oh, okay.
I think you have that, Kevin.
I think I'm a son of a bitch. Can you do a test for that?
You came back positive. We just did the test.
I'm a son of a bitch.
SOB?
I don't know. She puts it in there like it's a medical thing. What is... You ever had SOB?
Swab.
Our butts?
Organs.
Sounds of bullshit. That's this whole show.
Yeah, you mind swabbing my butt?
My corona is a special one. It's anal. I need you to swab my ass.
And it's real high up there.
I had some sausage gravy biscuits, and boy, I tell you. Yeah, she said we can't as of this moment in time. So these people who could be possibly transmitting it to us are put in a regular room with no precautions, wondering how other healthcare professionals feel. What about Virginia's sister? Thanks, guys.
I've been thinking the same thing, and I brought it up on the show. What about all these healthcare workers that really are on the front lines, whether they like it or not? If you work an emergency room and people are coming in there coughing and could have the coronavirus, and you don't have the tests, I mean, you're literally in the room with them, and they have it, and you're not wearing a hazmat suit.
Shortness of breath.
That's one of the symptoms.
Son of a bitch.
Shortness of breath.
It's not son of a bitch. It's
Shortness of breath. The chat room told you.
Well, yeah, I didn't know that shit.
There is a test for son of a bitch, though.
Oh, yeah, there is.
What about SMF? You have that, Kevin.
SMF. Son of a motherfucker?
Smug motherfucker.
Oh, smug
Oh, okay.
You have that.
Yeah, tested positive for that.
That's a fun game, but I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, the other parts of it, too, is I was talking about this yesterday where I'd seen the Purell 4-pack 12-ounce bottles, $800? And Tracy from Boca, she did a screenshot, Amazon on Monday. They're kicking some people off for gouging. They had it at $800, and I think Amazon kicked them off.
Good.
This, though, $280. She got the screenshot on that. That's legit. So
For a 4-pack?
4-pack of 12-ounce bottle, somebody's selling for $280. $280.
I mean, that's Corone's gouging, right?
They need to be kicked off, too. These people are stupid.
$70 a bottle.
You should
$70
report them.
Yeah, well, that's just it. That's, what people are doing.
Report them.
Yeah. That's a crazy
there's a group of people, like official people, that go out after those people that do all that bullshit, especially during the hurricanes, and they don't mess around either. They try to bring you down if you're trying to gouge.
They should. It's illegal.
Yeah. Got an email from Chelsea. She said, I'm going on my first cruise this weekend with a girlfriend, the Norwegian Epic, down to the South Caribbean. What are your recommendations? I have a lot of hand sanitizer and Clorox wipes. Should I eat from the buffets or just eat from the restaurants? I want to have a great time, but I also don't want the corona.
Stay home.
Just don't, go around people that look like they're coughing and stuff. I think you're going to be okay. Of course, you should be washing your hands, but you should always be doing that.
Nathan's got a good point. What about a place like a strip club? How do you
Larry Flint's Hustler Club actually put out a video this morning, and it's on TMZ, and it's all the girls from the Hustler Club showing you how to keep clean and how to wash your hands. But they put like those masks on their tits, and they're jiggling their boobs, and each of their boobs has a little breathing mask.
So if you're an establishment that bears it all, you probably got to plastic that thing up, right? And you know what I'm talking about.
I think they're still letting it fly.
Just heroes.
They are. Kyle had a question here, or a comment about the technological immortality that we talked about. That's where you basically upload your consciousness into a robot, and somebody who's a futurologist, I believe was their title.
Yes, it was.
They say by the year 2050, rich people will be able to do this. So all the Palm Beachers will never die. They'll be around in tackily dressed robots.
So on a science level, people really believe this could happen.
Yes.
We're going to get to a point where you're still going to be able to think and have your thoughts in a different vessel.
I don't understand. And for me, I don't know that I believe that. I'm a person who believes in the soul and the body is the vessel kind of thing. And I just don't know that you're going to get that translation. Because I think they're looking at it as like a neurons firing and all that kind of stuff. But to me, I think humans, we think we're so damn smart. And we're like going, oh, okay, we're going to figure this out. I'm not so sure.
We think we're so damn smart, and we also a lot of times think we're the only ones out there.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, we think we're so damn clever, and one of these days we're going to be proven, well, we're always proven wrong, but...
Constantly, even the experts, Virginia.
Yeah, yep. His few thoughts. One, calling it immortality is misleading since it's technically not you that's living on indefinitely, but an artificial copy of you, your subjective consciousness. That unique feeling of being you is still trapped in your physical body. It's the same as the transporter problem in the Star Trek universe. When you beam someplace, your body is being destroyed and put back together again far away, meaning that the copy of you is what goes on living, with all your thoughts and memories intact when it materializes, while the original is gone forever. This has always creeped me out about Star Trek, by the way.
Damn.
Never thought about that. It blew my mind.
It just made my head hurt.
Well, you're not going to be able to remember our moments, our special moments. It's not going to be that.
It's not you.
No, it's not. Then that's bullshit. I don't want it.
2, the whole concept of a copy of you living on relies on a theoretical technology known as mind mapping, meaning that every physical and chemical characteristic of a person's brain related to any possible thought, emotion, sensation, or action would be scanned and recorded. it is fair to assume that if the computer knows, for example, the neurological activity associated with eating pizza, the taste, the smell, the texture, the warmth, the feeling in the full stomach, then it would also be able to duplicate it for your artificial self. In other words, your copy wouldn't need to eat pizza. But by simply thinking about it, it could recreate the sensations as though it were really experiencing them. That's kind of like the Matrix concept.
That's kind of.
I know this steak isn't real, but I don't care.
I could lay in bed and feel the pizza.
That's
from a
weird.
certain point of view.
Yeah. Smell it. Be like you're eating it, tasting it.
And I'm still getting that satisfaction.
I used to mentally try to trick myself when I was going from fat to skinny person. I would try to imagine that I was eating like an ice cream sundae and all that stuff without doing it. I remember as a young fat kid trying to be skinny. That was part of how I did it because I would love the junk food. I was like a bird. And I'm like, I can't live without it. And that's what I did.
Just want to go back and talk to that kid. Hug him. Tell him he's not alone.
Yeah.
Fat Kevin.
Yeah, there are a lot of fat people in my town, so I wasn't alone. But
He wasn't alone.
yeah,
There was a lot of
there's
fat.
a lot of fat
More
people.
than your average.
Yeah, a lot more than your average.
A lot of bad decisions, not just about food.
I got to get to Logan because
Yeah.
you've really painted quite the picture.
I mean, yeah.
I got to see it.
Yeah, let me just tell you, our plumbing is stressed.
Big dumpers.
And 3, time, and more specifically, a finite amount of time is an essential component to human existence. I agree with Kevin on this. Many of the things that we find special, beautiful, or meaningful in some way would diminish or cease to be if we were to live indefinitely and be able to experience them repeatedly or continuously over the ages. Yeah, I just remember my grandma Beulah. She really was over it. She was just like, I'm done. She's like, she was just tired of living. I'm like, oh, Grandma, don't say that. Come on. She's like, I want you to live forever. She's like, I don't. She's like, I've just done it all. She's like, everybody I know's dead. She's like, and she just, I think mentally, she just flipped the switch and went downhill in about 2 weeks. And that was it. But she wanted to.
Was she in any kind of pain or discomfort? Do you remember?
No, not till she fell down the steps. I think that probably hurt like a bitch.
So
The last one's a doozy.
The last one's a doozy.
when she said that to you, Kevin,
Yeah.
I just don't want to be here. Was that after her falling?
No, it was before. It was before, and then, she wasn't supposed to go. She had really tricky steps into the basement. And Dad was like, don't do that. You're at an age where you shouldn't be doing that. She had somebody that was there. There was a helper who was supposed to do anything in the basement she wanted, but she went, and it didn't have like rails. So, you could just ping all over the place. I fell down those things many a time.
Basement stairs are horrifying.
Hardest concrete you ever want to see.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she was already on the
She was just like, she was over it mentally. And then, she took the tumble down the stairs, and then she was, around for a couple of, light days after that. And my dad, says that, she told him, she's like, well, I guess I got a little too big for my britches.
Oh.
And,
She passed away after the stairs? Like,
not too long after it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was a couple days.
oh my god!
Yeah.
After days?
That was the main culprit. Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's
took her
fucking
out.
terrible,
Yeah. Well, a lot of
Kev.
people take a tumble, and that's how they go. She was
Gary
ready to
Coleman.
Go, though.
A lot of times, it is a tumble that is because of your advanced age.
Yeah.
And it's all tied in together.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I honestly, I would not be surprised if she knew the probably likely outcome, and she didn't know how else to do it. So she's just like,
You think she pushed herself down the stairs?
I don't know, but I think she was just like, she knew that probably this isn't. If she really wanted to keep living and go on, she's like, I probably shouldn't be scaling these steps. But I think she's
Yeah.
like, I don't care.
As she's falling, she's probably like, fuck it.
If you get to that point, I might just be. Who knows?
Oh, she sounds like a very religious woman. I don't know.
Maybe she didn't say fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
Yeah, never heard her swear once.
Yeah.
So she really did. Yeah, she's mainlining meth, whatever. She's
Wow,
like, yeah,
that's quite the story. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
But that was just it. I think some people get to that point.
You okay?
It's been a long time.
I know. I'm just making
She
sure.
wanted to go. I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. But I can see that at some point I may just be going, you know what? I'm good.
Not if you fucking still have this job and we in Virginia around. You ain't going nowhere.
Right? I got bills,
We
bitch.
got- IRS don't even know I'm real.
You better be clocking
They're
in.
covering me in bubble wrap. We can't let that bitch fall.
We'll cover everything but the hair.
Yes.
And the eyes. That's all that sticks out.
That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Let me see here. Other stuff that we got. Holy shit balls, Jbird is vindicated. Letitia said, I was listening to the Empty Bowl podcast because I have a hard time falling asleep and it puts me right out. Those guys have to be stoners as a side note. When I heard one of them say that he owns the website seriously.net. Serialously.net. and I just couldn't believe my ears. My immediate thought was, holy shitballs, Batman, Jbird is vindicated.
Thank you.
Seriallessly.net.
I appreciate you looking out for me.
Yeah.
Although I don't think the email is going to vindicate me.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it.
So she listens all the way from Chicago, and you make me feel still connected to South Florida. So there you go.
Nice.
Somebody already has that.
I like when someone has my back in here. It's nice. All right, tell me about rip me a new asshole.
And Lexi from the chat room said, I think Jbird should do a coffee creamer taste test. Now they got the cereal coffee creamers. You got the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Coffee Mate.
That can't be good for your diet, but that looks, to me, that just looks like you just chug it.
Yeah.
That's a chug.
Thick, too.
Oh, yeah, a little chug and rug.
Chug and rub.
Yeah.
Also, if you want the food stuff, this is kind of a really smart promotion that Duncan is doing with their donuts. Free Donut Friday, baby.
I know. I was talking about it earlier this week.
That's
Yeah.
You have to buy a drink, though. Buy a drink, you get a free donut on Fridays.
Get a free classic donut with the purchase of any drink on Fridays this month.
Got to download the app, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. And you have to be free of the coronavirus.
My favorite donut still is that butthole donut. I love that one with the coconut shavings on it. Man,
You are what you eat.
I love that donut.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of that one as a fat Kevin?
No, I liked what was called Long Johns. There were
Oh.
two different kinds of donuts that I really excelled in, and one was the Long John, and it had cream filling that had icing on top of it, and it was really long, too, so it was a lot more bang for your buck. It was almost like 3 donuts
It
in
was.
one.
I remember the first time I had a Long John. It was 1983, and my
Yeah.
mom got them from Winn-Dixie,
Yeah.
and I was hooked.
Yeah,
Loved
that
Long
did-
Johns.
that did,
Loved
yeah.
them.
Yeah, I remember that we'd have those at church on Sunday morning because Kevin Bennington went there, and he had Bennington's Bakery, and so they bring over a bunch of donuts, and I'd have 4 of them.
Wow, that
Yeah,
was a
it
good
was like
friend.
eating 12 donuts.
4 donuts.
Yeah, I'd have 4 Long Johns.
God, I love that.
On Sunday mornings, yeah.
God, I love that fat motherfucker.
And he also had a great donut. I don't even know if it has a name, and I'd never really seen it anywhere else except for Bennington Bakery, but it was almost kind of like a sponge. It was like a donut that had the cream in the middle, and then they had powdered sugar on the outside of it. And so it was fun because when you'd eat it, it would ooze out and so you'd always want to lick around the edges, and that was the fun part about eating that donut.
It's interesting to see you explain and talk about these donuts because you light up like a street
Oh,
lamp.
they were fun. They're great.
You look happy.
Oh, yeah.
Duncan will do specialty donuts
Mm-hmm.
too, and they'll take like a regular Bavarian cream with the chocolate frosting on top, and they'll put stuff on top like little crunchies
Yes.
or little like sprinkles, and I like that. I like a specialty donut.
They'll do, sometimes you'll see a donut that does what you're talking about. It'll be Butterfinger crunches on top of it.
Butterfinger on a Bavarian cream.
What's the knock
Yeah.
on Butterfinger, though? There's one. I love Butterfinger, but there is
I'll
a
tell
knock.
you, I got one.
All right,
but
Fat
whatever,
Kevin.
answer. Get stuck in your damn teeth.
Yeah, it's hard. It can
It's tough
hurt.
to, yeah. I mean, you have to, and I don't like to work when I eat, and you got to work when you're done eating them.
That's my knock against the Rolos.
The best part of the Butterfinger is after you're done, there's still some left in there to suck out.
I don't like that. That's why I'm a Snickers man. Snickers, you're in and out, baby. On to the next one.
Snickers is a joke.
Said by nobody that
Yeah.
loves candy bars. I mean,
I'm not down with the Snick.
go get your dark chocolate at some fancy fucking chocolate place.
I do prefer Hoffman.
You do.
I do.
Fancy ass.
You know what I prefer? They brought in here, remember all those European candy bars?
Yes.
And there was a Snickers that was made over in Europe. And it didn't look like our Snickers. And it certainly didn't taste like our Snickers. And that shit was good.
It was. I remember that.
It was like a finer product because they have higher standards over there. They don't eat this crap Snickers that we have here in the U.S.
Underrated or overrated candy bar? The chunky. Remember the square? It's got like raisins
Well,
in it.
you
It's
don't
got-
see them that often. Yeah, I mean, raisins kind of threw me, but yeah, I mean, they don't get a lot of love. There are some underrated. I don't know where I put chunky. It's
low. It's a.
Yeah, well, when I was a fat kid and I would see that, I felt like it was insulting me before I even ate it.
What'd you call me?
And
Yeah.
then it's got raisins. I do understand that. You're like, raisins? It's fucking healthy.
raisins. Wait, what are we doing here?
I'm eating dried grapes. It's too healthy.
Yeah, but there were several candy bars that, as a kid, like, well, that's pretty good. huh?
Whatchamacallit?
Yeah, whatchamacallit was kind of underrated.
Love. What about the 100 grand?
That would be one, yeah. And was it Take 5?
Take 5 has done some interesting things the later they've gone on. They've got different kind of combinations. It's Denny's favorite candy bar, and he is not a candy bar kind of person.
Really? That's his favorite.
He loves to Take 5, yeah.
Really? Okay. All right.
Who's hungry?
Apparently you. All the Easter candy is out right now.
I know. I went to Walmart. Oh my gosh, Kevin.
I used to love Easter.
Sorry, Fat Kevin. They have it's like a giant Snickers egg.
The Reese's.
Yeah, I used to love the peanut butter eggs.
Reese's egg is the best.
Yeah.
They're making bigger and bigger candy bars now for the novelty, novelty stuff for holidays.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
A big ass. But don't be tricked by the Kit Kat. You think you're buying a big ass Kit Kat when you open it. It's just the minis. Yeah. I wanted a big, I wanted the chocolate log.
It was a giant trick because it was filled with the mini size. I was like, what? That's BS.
Baby Ruth, I love too.
It's false advertising.
Oh, yeah. There are some good ones in there.
You know who's got the big one and really has the big one? It's Sugar. When you go in there, they have giant Twizzlers, and it's really giant Twizzlers. It's not some lie.
I'm going to say something controversial, but Twizzlers to me are only good if you use them as a straw, and then you can eat it like one or two, but Twizzlers are a bunch of bullshit.
I love Twizzlers, but I love working for my food.
We totally have a different outlook on candy.
We do.
I hate your candy game.
I hate your Snicker candy game.
There's just so much I hate about it.
Why would you get a Snicker egg when you can get a Reese's egg?
Well, I love Reese's. I'm not downing on Reese's. Mm-hmm. Don't tell me.
But we brought up candy eggs, and you brought up the Snicker. Reese's is king of the candy egg game.
Ron says jelly beans. I think jelly beans is bullshit.
Unless they're Jelly Belly.
Jelly Belly's good.
Jelly Belly's great.
That would be what I'd eat if there was nothing left.
Agreed. Those and those Nilla wafers.
Yeah. If there's nothing left for a little fat kid to eat, then I go for them. But
you
other
know what?
than that,
I like those malted Robin's eggs.
I hate them.
I hate
malting
Those
Whoppers.
are good.
I never got Whopper. I'm like, that is the most disgusting. It was like a punishment.
It was. It has like a shellacking of chocolate.
I felt like I'd been bad.
You know what's awful? Jordan almonds.
I don't know if I've had that.
No.
Is that the crunchy shell?
The pastel colored almonds?
Yeah, and there's crunchy shell.
Oh yeah.
Awful. I hate those.
Do you like a moon pie?
I do like a moon pie, but I like the banana flavor, not the chocolate.
Great combination, banana moon pie with strawberry milk. Oh, you dip the banana moon pie in there, so when you drink it, there's little moon clumps in there.
Okay.
You just made me wet.
I never liked fruit-flavored food that well.
In fact, Kevin, I understand the thinking
stay
behind
away
it.
from it.
I am lactose intolerant AF, but Rocco got a strawberry milkshake the other night.
Yeah.
And he was like, taste it, Mommy. Come on, please taste it. I was like, okay, Rocco, I'll just do a taste. And so I did that thing where I just took a tiny taste. And it was like strawberry crack.
Yeah.
It hit my lips. And wouldn't you know it, that little son of a bitch fell asleep in the back seat on the way home from the restaurant.
Yeah.
So I drank the whole rest of his milkshake because it was so good.
That's how I get it.
I was so sick from drinking that milkshake. I am not supposed to have that much milk.
I hadn't had Yoo-Hoo in a few years. It had been a minute. So I bought one at a gas station and drank it in record time. And then I'm going to Publix and buying 4 fucking boxes of Yoo-Hoo. And there ain't any standing.
4 boxes?
I did. I went through them quick.
You went for it.
I did. I basically cleaned them out for Yoo-Hoo.
Please tell me they're 4-packs.
No. It was the box.
12-pack?
Yeah, I'll show you the picture if I can find it.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, they go down really quick.
Let me see. Got another little interesting promotion here that Buffalo Wild Wings is doing. They're running a contest where 4 people will get to live inside one of the restaurants for the first 2 days of March Madness. It comes with free food and beer, but you'll be in kind of a tiny dorm room with 3 other people. So, I don't know. Part of it's kind of cool, part of it's not. I always love, that's one thing that I look forward to is, but they've thrown it all off now because they added a couple extra teams, so now they start like on Tuesday night. It used to be Thursday afternoon. I'd always, every Thursday afternoon, I'd go, because I love day drinking. So
Wouldn't you go with Chip sometimes?
Yeah, Chip and I do that. I got to get back on that this year.
And they changed it to Tuesdays?
Yeah, and they kind of threw it off, but yeah, we still need to get back out on Thursday. So yeah, Chip and I will go out. Chip from Little Smiles will go out and get lunch and have a couple beers.
Good place to day drink. And you guys know this, but I'd gone there not too long ago. Waterway. That's such a great, cozy place to do day drinking.
It is.
Yeah.
I love Waterway.
Yeah, they do good stuff there. Yeah, really good stuff. So yeah, it sounds like a fun thing. But that's coming up, and I know with the coronavirus, they're talking about possibly playing some of the games without anybody in the arenas. That'd be so weird to watch a basketball game and there's no fans.
It's happened before. I don't know about that actual league, but there's been games before where they played and nobody could watch, and it's very weird. There's a baseball game where no one was allowed in the stadium.
Really?
And just two teams playing, and it's very eerie.
Yeah, I think I do remember something like that. They had to do a makeup game or something weird like that. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, let me see other stuff you got going on. Got an email here from Julie, who's going out to the Taste of Little Italy. In fact, she's volunteering at the Little Smiles Village.
I love it. Thank you, Julie.
Yeah, she said if you're up there near Traditions, you can see our building. I work for Tamco, which is the new building off of I-95 that is always lit up all nice. Then you check out. We're going to be changing the outside lighting in recognition of the Italian festival.
Nice.
And then we're going to be changing the building to orange for March 21st in recognition of the 5K run walk for multiple sclerosis. That's kind of cool.
Is this the same event we did where we did our cook-off?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to be in that same cooking tent, the Galbani cheese tent, on Saturday at 3 o'clock, making my seafood calzones created recipe by Jbird.
In the history of drinking or ever going to an event, I have never seen somebody hit up a wine table as much as Virginia did.
Is that the one where she pre-gamed ahead of you and then you showed up and she just started like...
Stone cold sober. It took me an extra hour to get there because it was raining so bad. So when I got there, I was already running a little late.
He got dropped off by his dad and he was all dizzy.
And I walk in there. It's a tent packed full of pizzle people. And Virginia's already warming up the crowd, and they are just fucking eating it up big time. Everything she says, they are just loving it. And I walk up, I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? And she zings me right away. Look at this. I'm like, oh, everyone's laughing at me. All of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. It does that slow motion thing where everyone's laughing, and you're like, like in a movie. I'm like, you laughing at me? And for about 30 minutes, she just fucking zinged me. I never knew it. I never recovered.
You're just spinning.
I tried to say something. I stuttered, dropped the microphone. It was a fucking mess.
Oh.
Gotta stop swearing. We have guests in the other room.
I know.
And they're young.
They're so young.
Fuck.
I think she's 17.
Did you just say that?
I did. This is a place where we could be free, though, I thought.
It's supposed to be the
You're the
nest.
one who's just trying to put the self-restriction on.
I know. A couple people tell
They're
me,
fine. They're not
Bird,
listening
your
in
mouth
there.
is terrible.
Yeah. Last minute Feel Good Friday. Somebody started a diet on Monday, and now I'm down 5 pounds. Super stoked. And next week, I'm about to be 20. Been listening to you guys since I was in elementary school, and Jbird came to my elementary school, and he complimented me on my boots. I'll always remember you guys.
Aw.
You're amazing. Ashley from Hollywood. So there you go.
Good for
Love
you.
it.
5 pounds in a week is awesome.
That is pretty amazing.
That means you're doing it right.
Yep. Good work. So, all right. Enjoy that weekend, whatever fun you might get into.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I know we got a lot to get to today.
we do.
If I bring you a seafood calzone, will you try it?
I'll try it because you made it, Virginia.
All right.
And anything you make, I want.
Who are you?
All right. Well, you guys enjoy your weekend. Don't forget, you got to do that daylight saving time. And it's, spring forward? Boom.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it happens like Saturday going into Sunday. So
Yeah.
that's when you go to bed Saturday night, just know it's going to be an hour ahead.
Ahead, yeah. You lose an hour of
You
sleep.
lose an hour, but this means we get to enjoy being outside lighter longer, and that's good.
Don't be positive when people can't sleep in. They get so annoyed. Like, I'm losing an hour.
You're losing an hour, but you're gaining a whole entire summer of evenings and fun.
Virginia with the positive spin.
I love it.
Thanks so much to Bud's Chicken and Seafood with their 7 locations in Palm Beach County. Amazing food to check out.
6 locations.
6. They closed one?
It's 6 locations.
Oh, okay. All right.
Damn.
Which
They
one?
closed
Which one did we lose?
I
Was it the
don't-
Lake Worth one?
Yeah, that's the one we talked about it before.
Oh, okay. I know they were talking about that. Okay, 6 locations. So go check them out and order the Bird sauce. Got the Bud
Yes.
sauce as well. Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.